everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. My name's Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Tuesday today and I'm late. I usually jump on 2 o'clock Pacific on Tuesday, so I've probably confused everybody. But I had a meeting this morning and then an appointment this afternoon, and so I'm later than I normally am. So I thought I definitely wanted to jump on and do the sketch challenge with you. I love doing sketch challenges. It's my favorite live of the week, and so I definitely wanted to make sure that I went live today. So here I am at 6:30 at night. So hopefully some people will join, and if not, watch it on the replay and let me know what you think. Hey, Pam, welcome. Oh, it is late for you, Pam. Sorry about that. So today, so I'm doing a sketch. I'm going to use the Be My Valentine suite, actually, so the bundle and some designer series paper and maybe some ribbon, not sure about the ribbon, and some embellishment. And I'm going to combine it with the mini alphabet dies that I showed you last time. Now I've got them cut out. I wish I thought about grabbing the dies to show you, but anyway, I've got some cut out to use. It's kind of a simple sketch, but as always, I'm looking for ways to use up designer series paper. Yeah, it's 10:30 for you. It's 6:30 here. Sorry, that's why I said it's late for you. Designer series paper. I have lots of designer series paper, and I know you guys do too. And so this is a great way to use up some of that paper. And especially celebration, we all end up with lots of celebration designer series paper at this time of year. All right, I'm going to switch over and show you the sketch. Like I said, it's pretty simple. So you can do it a couple of ways. So the way I've got it on the sketch is, of course, 5.5 by 8.5 or 4.25 by 11. And then layer number 1, which is either of these, but layer number 1 is 4 inches by 5.25. Layer 2, which is the green layer, is 1.5 by 5.25. A little 1/2 inch strip, so 1/2 inch by 5.25. And then you'll put those on to layer number 1. You could, you save some of your paper, and then this piece would be, if I could do this, 2 inches by 5.25. But I've done it so I'm layering on to a piece. And then this middle section, the gray layer is 2.25 by 3.75, and the white is 2 inches by 3.5. Now this sketch will go live in about a half hour's time, 25 minutes time, on Instagram and my Facebook page and group if you've missed any of those measurements. But I thought this was kind of a nice way to use up some of your paper. All right, so let me bring in my supplies. So I'm going to use Real Red. It's Valentine's, except I'm doing a thank you card. But the colors seem to go, the colors in this paper that I'm using are actually Sweet Sorbet. So this is the paper that I'm using. This is from the Be My Valentine suite. Haven't quite decided on what sides I'm going to use, but those are the colors. And so I thought Real Red, even though it's Sweet Sorbet, maybe in the paper. Oh, I'm cutting it. Now I have to grab a piece. Look what I did. You guys don't ever do that. I was concentrating on talking to you about designer series paper. So now I'm going to go and grab another piece of Real Red. Just be right back. There we go. I got distracted. Usually I always flip my cutting blade out of the way when I go to score. Okay, so my piece of cardstock is 4.25 by 11, and this time we're going to score it at 5.5. And then I'm going to grab my bone folder. Yeah, I know, I've done it before too. I'm usually pretty good because I intentionally flip the cutting blade to the bottom. All right, so I've got my card base. Now I pulled some pieces of designer series paper. Now originally, I'll show you what I was going to do. And as I was cutting or showing you, I kind of thought, ooh, I got a different idea. So this is what my original idea was, to do that. But and then of course, here's my layers in the middle, which is really cute. Look at these adorable bees from the Be My Valentine. But as I looked at my paper, I wondered about that. It's hard to choose when there's so many cute patterns to use from. I actually think I'm going to do that. I quite like it. Hello, I'm not sure who that is coming through Facebook. Don't forget to give Facebook permission. So you go to streamyard.com/Facebook and then I can see who's commenting. All right, I changed my mind on the side of the designer series paper that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use these sides. I'm going to stamp a bee, so I'm not losing out on the little bee. So we'll just adhere that piece right to the edge. Let's take my card base out of the way before I get glue or something on it. And then my little strip. So we use this suite at my class that I do at our local museum. So I did that on Sunday. I had 4 stampers, 2 of them brand new to me. 2 of them who took my tag class in November and came back, which I was so excited about. But all of them are fairly new stampers. So it was kind of fun. And they all absolutely loved this Be My Valentine and making the little bees. All right, so then we'll put this on like that. Okay, so there's my front of my card. Like I said, great way to use up. Hey, Polly, use up some of your designer series paper. So then this is going to go on like that. And then these I did the other day. If you watched my live, I did a card the other day that had love on it. So these are the mini alphabet dies that are in the January to April mini catalog. The cool part, what I love about them is there's actually 3 different dies, but the main die cuts out. Oh no, oh, maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, Pam. The main die cuts out your entire set of letters from the alphabet. And then you've got 2 dies that one is punctuation and one is other characters from other languages. But so I just kept this. And so I've got these cut out. Before I cut these out, I put a piece of the foam sheet on the back of my cardstock. And then I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine a couple of times so that it cut through. I just want to make sure that it's cut through because this foam is quite thick. And so I gave it a couple of runs through. So I'm going to make a thank you card. Since I couldn't make a love card, I'm going to make a thank you card. But before we do that, let's do a bee. So one of the tricks when you're making, so this is the Be My Valentine stamp set. So you've got the body of the bee. These little hearts make great wings. Some, of course, honeycomb. This bee trails is so sweet. And then all sorts of little faces and antennas and some great sentiments. What I do is I take a scrap piece of cardstock and I punch out using the punch that coordinates with this. So it'll punch out the body, the wings, and then this we're going to use for the antenna. And so I cut out a little template and I keep that in my stamp case. Now I am just going to, got a piece of washi or post-it note tape here. I'm just going to put that post-it note on there so that it doesn't shift around. And I need Daffodil Delight and the Tuxedo Black. And then I'm going to use Petal Pink for the wings. Okay. So what you can now do, what this does is allows you to stamp through these holes that you've punched. And when you go to punch it out, everything is in exactly the right position. So we're just going to stamp the body of our bee in Daffodil Delight. And then we're going to stamp our stripes. Oops. In tuxedo black, again, right through that opening. And then I'm going to stamp my wings. So this is kind of a half heart. And we'll stamp a set of wings. And then we're going to stamp the antenna through this upside down heart. And I'm doing that in tuxedo black. Close these ink pads up before I put my fingers or wrist or something into it. Now, so we've got everything stamped out. And when we go to fit this through our punch, it all fits and we can do everything at once. And we've now got our wing, our antenna. And if you wanted to stamp 2 wings, you could. I'm just going to do 1 wing like that. And our antenna, the only thing we need to do on here is to stamp the face. And there are some cute little faces on the bee for the bees. This is one I call the winky face. So if you can see, he's got a winky face. There is one with both eyes open. There is one with he's got a bit of a smirk. And there's another one. Look at this one. It's kind of eyeing you from the side going, oh yeah, really? That's kind of maybe you roll your eyes. I don't know what that sentiment or that look is, but okay. Now I use glue dots to put these together. You could use a little bit of glue. So I'm just going to take my pieces and I adhere them. I put the little glue dot on the right side, so the stamp side, and then we'll just attach his little wing. Oops, I just about dropped that. And the same with this. I'm going to attach just the very end of my antenna. So not all of the glue dot will be on the stamped. And we'll put the antenna, oops, under like that. No, like that. I don't know if that looks right, but anyway, there's my bee. Now I also am going to pop this up using dimensionals, and you can use the dimensionals to kind of add an extra layer or an extra measure of stickiness so that onto where you've used the glue dots. Okay, I'm actually shouldn't have actually taken the backs off those. Okay, for the moment. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to glue my basic white piece to get it on straight. Okay, now where are my, there they are. So I'm going to do a thank you card. So I need THANKS, I have 6 letters. So let's see how these are going to fit. So the let's do the A. So we just pick these up. I'm going to try and fit these across. I'm not going to press them down because I just may want to wiggle them around a little bit. I may have to glue this onto my piece of my card space because I think all I'm going to get is the I love these little letters. They're very cute. Okay. We're going to glue this flat because my thanks is going to go over the edge. And as I expected, I didn't do a very good job in getting my letters evenly spaced. So let's see if I can gently, very gently, she says, maybe get them removed. Oh, well, no, they're not coming off, so they're just going to have to be a little bit off center, and that's okay. Like that. There, How's that? Ooh, that's not very straight either. It's a little crooked, but anyway, you get the idea. All right, and now we can take, but before we do that, I'm going to take that adorable little bee trail. Now, I don't want this to go all the way across the over onto my designer series paper. So I'm just going to put a little piece of my cardstock, my basic white cardstock, because I'm just going to kind of stamp and use that as masking so that I didn't get my ink onto my designer series paper. And then my little bee can just go like that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love these. Okay, I kind of wish I had got my thanks a little straighter, but that's okay. All right, these are the embellishments that go with this this bundle. So there are flowers, there are hearts. So they're big and little hearts. Somewhere I've got the big and little hearts, and big and little flowers in 4 different colors. So we can just use your take your pick tool. And you can kind of pick and choose the colors you want to put on. I don't want a big, oh, there's my big hearts. Okay, let's see. Sometimes my fingers, these ones really stick. So I find that my finger is almost better to get underneath like that. There we go. Okay, so there's my embellishments. And then the last thing I want to do is I've got a piece of basic white, and I thought she thought, okay, well, I thought I had a piece of designer series paper, but I don't seem to. So thanks, Alice. Welcome. All right, so I'm just going to take and use this little bee trail stamp. He's so cute, and stamp it along the bottom. There we go. I know I cut a little strip of designer series paper to go on the inside of the card, but somewhere it is, and I'll find it as soon as I'm finished here. Get that on straight if I can. There we go. All right, there we go. There is, bring back my sketch. So that was the sketch I started with, and there's my card. Again, this is the Be My Valentine bundle, which is part of the Be My Valentine, or Be something, Be Mine suite. Just so adorable. And you can make cards other than just Valentine's Day cards, just by combining some other sentiment or using these mini alphabet dies. And that's S is way not straight. That was me trying to make it look like I could get it straight, but anyway, there we go. So there we go. Cute little card, I think. I love to make thank you cards. And so I'm stocking up of thank you cards, because I always am sending thank you cards out. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Now, tomorrow is Wednesday. It's supposed to be a really snowy day here on the West Coast. We're kind of coming out of our cold snap. Now, I know it's been much colder in other parts of the country, but for us, we've been kind of minus 10 Celsius here, and colder. Even the ponds are freezing, even some of the salt water is freezing, which just doesn't happen here very often. But we're supposed to be coming out of that. But of course, that often means we get snow. So we've got 2 snowy days coming up. So I will be live tomorrow at my regular time, which is 2 o'clock Pacific. And so hopefully you can join me. It will be a technique tomorrow. So come and check out and see what I have to show you. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great evening. Happy stamping. Bye.